Welcome to Addiction Group's podcast, where we address pressing questions about addiction. Our goal is to provide insight and guidance for those seeking answers. I'm your host, Anna. Welcome to Addiction Group's podcast. I'm your host, Anna, and today we're diving into the topic of codependency, specifically how Codependents Anonymous, or CoDa, can aid in breaking unhealthy relationship patterns and achieving independence. Joining me is Ben, an expert on addiction and treatment. Ben, it's great to have you here.
Thanks, Anna. It's a pleasure to be on the podcast to discuss such an impactful topic.
Let's jump right in. Can you tell us exactly what Codependents Anonymous is?
Absolutely, Anna. Codependents Anonymous, or CoDa for short, is a fellowship of individuals who share a common desire to develop healthier and more fulfilling relationships. It's a support group that operates much like other 12-step programs, offering a structured approach for people who identify with the challenges of codependency.
You mentioned codependency. For our listeners who might not be familiar with the term, how would you define it?
Codependency is essentially a type of relationship addiction. It's the tendency to be involved in one-sided, emotionally destructive, and abusive relationships. It can emerge from patterns seen within families, particularly in situations where substance abuse is present. Essentially, it's an unhealthy attachment to others, often at the cost of one's own well-being.
That sounds quite serious. How does it usually manifest in someone's behavior?
Well, codependent individuals often display a range of behaviors like an exaggerated sense of responsibility for the needs of others, difficulty in asserting themselves, a need for validation, and an extreme dependency on relationships. They might find themselves making excuses for a partner's negative behavior or prioritizing others to the point where they neglect their own needs.
Is Codependents Anonymous something that's available to anyone who might be struggling with these types of issues?
Yes, it's for anyone who grapples with creating and maintaining healthy, loving relationships due to codependent behaviors. CoDa offers a non-judgmental space for these individuals to come to terms with their behaviors and learn how to build healthier connections with themselves and others.
What's unique about the way CoDa meetings are structured, and how does this help attendees?
At CoDa meetings, there is a firm rule against what's known as cross-talking. That means members don't interrupt or offer direct advice during someone else's sharing. This helps create a supportive environment where everyone's experience and feelings are respected.
Are there different types of meetings within CoDa?
Yes, there are a variety of meeting styles. Newcomers meetings are a starting point for first-timers. Then there are face-to-face, phone, and online meetings, including Zoom calls. Each meeting serves a specific purpose, whether it's sharing personal experiences, working through the 12 steps collectively, or discussing topics related to codependency.
It sounds like a comprehensive approach. What benefits does joining CoDa offer to someone with codependency?
CoDa enables individuals to explore deep-rooted issues, perhaps from childhood, and understand how these impact their current relationships. It's a space where they can learn to identify and challenge harmful behaviors in the company of others who understand what they're going through.
How can someone who recognizes these issues in themselves get started with Codependents Anonymous?
It's quite straightforward, Anna. People can visit the CoDa website for more information and to find a meeting. If they're ready for the next step, they can simply attend a meeting that suits them, be it online or in person. The important part is taking that first step and recognizing the need for help.
That's a powerful message, Ben. Thank you for shedding light on CoDa and the journey to overcoming codependency. It's been an enlightening conversation.
My pleasure, Anna. Remember, codependency may be complex, but with the right help and resources, anyone can work towards healthier relationships and a happier life.
To our listeners, don't hesitate to reach out for help if you or someone you know is struggling with codependency. That's all for today's episode on Addiction Group's podcast. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope you join us for our next discussion on addiction and recovery. Thank you for tuning into Addiction Group's podcast. We hope our discussions bring clarity to your queries about addiction. Remember, we're here to support and guide you. Until next time, stay informed and stay strong.